on the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged, where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Brought the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're putting out positive vibes. Mhm.
So
D&D
true.
sales are up and pieces all across the world. Of course. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm. Really soon, suddenly, you know.
Apparently, chat can't hear you, apparently.
Oh no.
Nope.
There's no sound on YouTube?
Just, yeah, on...
I can't hear...
Hey, they can't hear Paul,
Oh,
they can hear us.
they can't hear Paul.
That's
important.
It's very important. We are working on it. Thank you for letting us know.
Live internet shows.
Technical difficulties.
See, this is where the mysterious factor says they need help. And
Oh, they need
will.
better equipment. Wow, gosh, let's start a Kickstarter, guys.
I bet you can hear me now. Yeah, I bet they can. Which means you probably couldn't. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. We fixed it. Son of a bitch. We got 3 episodes in before I just totally wrecked everything. That's the beauty and horror of live broadcasting right there. Totally encapsulated.
It looks like the connection's a little bad too, just so you know. It's pretty...
There's only so much I could do about that.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
that's
letting you
fair.
know. Just letting you know. Sorry.
Got a show to do.
It's okay. You're okay. Well, I can't take back the past. All I can do is move forward. Thank you for monitoring that chat for me, though, because I just straight up, I was looking at my thing, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty bar that isn't moving at all, that usually moves. What could that mean? But you should all be able to hear me now. That must have been hilarious that they could only catch your end.
I know, yeah.
That conversation.
But they can hear you now, so you're
fantastic. So welcome to the Adventurers Guild. This is an anthology live streaming D&D series, and I'm going to catch you up on everything that's happened in this adventure so far. We are 3 episodes in, and we are right in the thick of it. Before I get to the recap, I actually want to award some inspiration. The way I do inspiration might be a little different than some others do. My DM inspiration die is a big, full D20 that you can add to literally any roll. Attacks, damage, saves, whatever it is, you can add it to that roll. So we're going to award some inspiration for having a session that was full of incredible feats and amazing failures all in one. I am awarding a DM inspiration die to Crickstump.
Oh, hell
Oh yeah, actually, that makes you the MVP.
No
I was
one has
hoping that.
run
I
so
was hoping
quickly
so.
into a room where they absolutely could not be.
Oh God.
And yeah, love it. Love to
Thought
see
of
it.
that. That's a very, very good point.
It was good hustle for
Hell
a
yeah.
terrible plan.
I really tried. I
Plan?
really tried.
Yeah,
That's
you,
our
you
boy.
really did. You probably almost got killed because of it, but you know,
They believed I had a whole ladder, so it was all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll get to the recap. I'll tell you everything that's happened so far. So the party has been sent to find out what's happened to Elliston Weathers, a very prominent local businessman. After finding Elliston's journal, the party discovered he had 2 different appointments on the day that he disappeared. A meeting with the dangerous crime boss Fyodor Dustev, and a cryptic entry about travel. The party split, with Skamos and Mudcap getting to Dustev's office. Hason, Ariel, Zardon, and Ilera ended up at a travel agency, and Crickstump got locked out. As it turns out, the danger was actually at the Sun and Surf Travel Agency, as a presentation about timeshares turned into attempted abduction. So as we begin, we are kind of in this moment of everything happening. I'm gonna switch over some music so we're not quite so peppy.
Yeah, bring it down.
Here's what it looks like. Right outside Fyodor Dustev's office, we have Mudpack and Skamos, who have no idea that the rest of the party is about to be abducted. Inside the travel agency, apparently they have released some kind of sleeping gas into the room, and currently we have Hason asleep, who was already asleep from boredom and a sugar high, and Ilera asleep. Still awake inside this room, we have Ariel and we have Zardon. You guys can go ahead and change back to your character names at this point.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So we have 2 people awake inside the room. Zardon has put his focus into his familiar, a tiny spider in the next room. In between those 2 places is Crickstump, who rolled especially well for running to see how quickly he could get to the travel agency. Because you rolled so well, Crickstump, this is going to happen basically in kind of a loose initiative order. And you are going to go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to arrive at the travel agency in 1d4 minus 1 rounds.
Nice.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh.
so 3 rounds.
Okay, so 3 rounds, which really isn't that far. So we're talking like
18 seconds.
18
Yeah.
seconds or so. 18 seconds until
pretty
Crickstump
quick.
arrives.
I'm footing it quick.
Yeah.
Because I think I had you roll 3 dex checks and you rolled above 20 on 2 of them.
Yeah.
I believe I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps when my dex is through the roof.
Yeah,
but-
so you
Hell
booked
yeah.
it. You booked it, and you're going to get there really shortly. But for the moment, we have to figure out what happens in the room. Zardon and Ariel, go ahead and roll for initiative for me. We're not in combat necessarily, but I want
Sure,
to see
but-
who's going first when. And I'm going to roll a couple initiative rolls as well. Okay. Zardon, what do you got?
I'm pulling up my character. That is a 12.
12. Okay. Ariel,
19.
19. Okay. Ariel, a burlap sack has just been thrown over your head and cinched tight. And you are the first to move.
She's sitting right in the front.
You are sitting right in the front.
Well, I assume she would attempt to stand up.
Okay, you can do that. I'm going to make you have you roll an opposed athletics check.
Whoa. I don't even know what that means.
So go ahead and roll an athletics check, and we'll see if you are stronger than the person who is currently attempting to hold you down.
Ooh. -1 to strength. 18.
Oh, wow.
Good. So good.
So perhaps the person holding you down maybe thought you were asleep or just wasn't expecting you to move so quickly. But you spring up and out of their hands. So you are up and you are on your feet.
I think she's gonna, I don't know how the mechanics of this will work, but she'll pull out her dagger and rip a hole in her thing over her head. Can she do that?
Yeah, I would love for you to describe to me exactly where you're putting that hole. You're kind of aiming a dagger right at your own face, so I kind of want to visualize it.
Oh, it's not like over her body; it's over her
It's the head and like cinched around the neck.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Yeah.
her body.
No,
Okay.
it's
kind of imagining
just
that
your
too.
head and cinched around your neck. So if you
Okay.
want to take that back and do something else, that's totally fine.
Yeah, she's not gonna bother. Okay. I thought she couldn't move in general.
No, you got your hands free.
All right. Well, so can't see, which is still a problem. Actually, I take it back. She is gonna use a dagger, and she's gonna try to cut up.
Okay.
Give yourself a cool haircut.
Or nick yourself in the neck.
No.
All right. Go
Knock on
ahead and make a dexterity attack. Just your basic attack roll for a dagger, just to see how quickly and easily you can get this done.
I gotta find a modifier. Hold on. Okay. 7.
7. Okay. It does take your full action to do, but you do see, you get it wedged in there. You're trying very hard not to slice your own face open as you do this, and you slice a big hole in the bag. Are you still facing the way you were, or are you turning around?
If I turn around, is that going to be
Just part of your
a
movement.
part of my movement? Okay.
Yeah,
Turn around to look at
Okay.
what things might be endangering her.
Sure. So you slice open the bag and turn around. What you see, there were besides the 4 of you, there were about 10 others in the room.
Are they all in on it?
All of these 10 people certainly seem to be. There's one near the door. There's one on each of your companions. And there are others drawing weapons.
Oh Lord. Okay. Is anyone right next to me? Am I
No, you decided to sit all the way in the front.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So at this point, you have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I want to do it or not. Nobody's directly next to me, correct? Or could she just back up so that she's next to a wall? She just wants her back next to a wall so that she can see everything.
Sure, if you do that, you might provoke an attack of opportunity.
Just kidding. Never mind. Don't do that. Well, fine. Okay, she'll Misty Step into whatever looks to be the safest corner of the room.
Okay. So you back, you kind of lean back and then suddenly poof off into kind of the far corner of the room, away from everyone. So you are as far away from the door now as you could be in this room.
Okay.
All right. Let's see who is moving next. One person is moving, and they are going to hold. They're going to crouch and hold their turn.
What for? Who?
Another person
Suspicious.
is the person who has
Super sus.
Zardon is going to go ahead and make a strength check to see just how well Zardon is held. Okay. Zardon, you are up.
Okay, so I have visual in the other room.
Yes,
Kind of.
Zardon. So what you see right now,
I can feel everything that's going on to me, so I know
Okay.
I'm being grappled.
yes.
Just don't.
So,
I just know. I can see in the other room. I know something's wrong though.
yeah. So you can
You see it here.
feel hands on you. You can feel something on your face. What you're seeing is through the eyes of this spider. You are familiar in the next room. Go ahead and make a perception check for Alpha.
Plus, I should look up a spider's stats. Although that was a pretty good roll on the die. Not Spoder. I literally spelled Spoder. That's amazing. Okay, yeah. So that's a flat 16.
Okay. So what you see in this room, it's mostly crates, like large wooden crates. You see one person up on a ladder holding something. You're not sure what it is. But otherwise, there's like crates stacked all over the place back here.
Can I see a spot that has a crate between it and the guy that's on the ladder? So feet could be behind it.
Tell me what you would like to intend to do, and I can tell you.
I'm trying to cast Misty Step because I can
Right.
see his eyes and teleport into the next room.
Are you wanting to do so to get a good hiding place, to get the jump on someone?
Mainly, I'm going into the next room, know there's someone in the room, want to make sure that I'm not seen by them if I go in there, just so I can also be able to figure out what's going on, really more than anything.
Okay.
I still will have the sack on my head because I take everything with me, but
Sure. Go ahead and make.
oh, he's there, so
Go ahead and make
Go
an
ahead.
intelligence check.
sure. It's my forte. Yet I rolled like shit. It's a 9.
All right. Yeah, you see a spot that's that you feel like you could get to.
Okay, that's fair. I will I will use my once a day casting because of my robes. They will flutter and I will turn into a cloud of mist and teleport into the next room.
All right. So as you feel hands on your shoulders, like starting to bundle you up,
Instinct.
you suddenly disappear from the chair you were sitting in. And are you? I guess what happens is you see yourself reappear.
That's true.
You like a dark shadow crosses Alpha's eyes
Yeah.
as you are suddenly not quite standing on Alpha, but like real close.
Oh boy. Okay, almost stepped on him. You'd be dead. That'd be fun. Okay, so that was a bonus action. I have the burlap sack on my head. Do I want to use an action to cut it off or use an action to cast invisibility? Let's just cut it off. Let's try and get it off my head. I will just do the same, because I can't think of another way. I'll try to go with it, not with a dagger, but I'll try and untie it or pull it off my face.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check, like a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, I am glad I took proficiency in that. I mean, it's measly still, but 16. Okay.
Okay. With a 16, Misty Step was your bonus action. Yeah, you are able to get that off of your head.
Okay.
You can now.
Move and see, but probably can't have an action, right?
Is your
okay
is
if
your
not.
focus still through Alpha?
I mean, yeah, it would be technically because it does cost an action to turn it to switch back and forth. So
I would say that if you would like to take your focus back, you can do so.
Okay.
With the
I will do that, and that'll be it. Yep.
Okay.
And well, I'll try and I'll do that because I can still move. Can I get to a spot where I can at least get out of some cover from this other guy, just in case he's an enemy?
You look around quickly and you see.
And not able to see one.
You basically see it's full.
Hurt.
This
We're all
room,
good.
yeah. There's nowhere to go.
I'm out of immediate danger, so we're all good.
Okay.
For the most part.
You do hear like a commotion, and you can hear that there are people moving in the next room, and there's some yelling going on.
Alpha, we got a problem.
Crickstump, you are one round closer. 2 more rounds before you arrive. Whether you'll figure out that there's actually a problem going on, I don't know. But at the very least, you'll be there.
Next time on. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Ariel?
Poor girl. Yep.
You are looking at... you saw Zardon just disappear out of the room. So Zardon is gone. You can see that... you hear a voice say, you grab that one, and you two, be gentle with him. And you can see that Ilera and Hassan are being picked up from their chairs.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You've got a guy right in front of you. Or not right, no, you missy steps. You've got your nearest person is like 6 feet away.
Yeah. Okay. Which one of them is closest to the door?
You've got about 3 people between you and the door.
Sorry. Okay. Man. Okay. Is there? Okay. Dang it. I am not good. Okay.
I mean, you can also fight. Like, that's always an option too. But I'm not forcing you into a combat situation yet.
Elder Blast.
I mean, actually, that's what I was gonna do. If I could find a way to like
Blow their heads off.
um
The evil voice in the back of your head.
but I also would just die. So
Not to mention half the party.
If you did what? I'm sorry, Eldritch Blast? Is that what you said?
well, if I get into combat by myself with like 10 people.
Won't be
Yeah.
by yourself for too much longer.
You know, your 18 hit points will hold up just fine.
Oh, wait, okay, man. 18?
Not so little. Okay. You know what? Fine. You know what? She's gonna. I'm sorry, you guys. She is going to. Does it? I'm just seeing if it requires a spell. No, it doesn't. She's gonna weigh her options very carefully and realize she is greatly outmatched, and she will retreat into her genie bottle.
I regret every moment spent with you at the Cupcake Castle. I take it all back. I take it back. That cupcake no longer tastes sweet in my memory.
Wow.
She vows to rescue you, and she runs away.
It should be
Okay.
noted, Hassan, that you are currently dreaming about that cupcake.
I am. That makes a lot of sense.
wonderful.
But immediately, it'll be soiled as soon as you wake up.
Yeah, I don't
so
know. if
Ariel,
you're abandoning
describe
shit,
to me
Yeah.
how this, like, what it looks like. What occurs there?
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's very much like I Dream of Jeannie. Including the shape of the vessel is like that. This kind of shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't do the like.
Yeah.
Actually, why not? She can do that. She does the little like, head
Perfect,
thing.
of course.
And then she disappears into a little like puff of smoke. And she's in her really groovy lounge.
So does that mean there's just like now a genie bottle sitting on the floor?
There sure is.
You bet.
Pink Floyd in the background.
So they're just gonna. Okay, it's fine.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. That's great. I love
Boy.
that for you.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Wow.
So Ariel, you just do the I Dream of Genie thing, and ping, 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 as the lamp falls onto the floor. Okay. And do you want to describe your lounge to us inside the lamp? What that looks
Yeah.
like?
Oh yeah. Well, it's just one big circular, like hexagonal room, I guess. And it's got like circular couch around the whole thing, with some like very plush like carpeting. It's not very big, but I imagine she has like, you know, a couple books or something to keep her entertained.
For sure.
And
Just
yeah, it's a relaxing station.
Oh yeah.
Lots of pillow, think like blue with
Mhm.
like lots of sequins and like velvet.
There's
Blue,
like
accent
music
color
playing, and
blue.
just like very chill vibes.
Yeah. Make you feel like you're underwater at all times.
Oh, it's actually
Like the outside's like it just looks like you're
You'll
underwater.
have to do some redecorating for next time you're in there.
Zardon's got ideas.
Okay, that's a great turn. I like that.
Hell yeah, it is.
So, Zardon, you hear some like muffled moving in the next room, but you have no idea what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where this guy ends up. Okay, his awareness is nil.
Oh, good.
So Zardon, you are currently up.
Okay. So there's only one other in here.
Yeah, there's one person in this room. He's up on a ladder.
Is he armed? Visibly armed? Like with a sword or something? on his head?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Just curious. Okay. Do I investigate the noises, which are probably very obviously the rest of my party getting kidnapped? Or I kill this guy? No, I'm not gonna kill this guy. Yeah, Alpha will crawl up onto me, so that he's just with me. And I will, how far away am I from the door? Back to the room?
Oh, like 5 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, I figured it's pretty close. Okay, cool. I'll open it. Very much, Donald Glover and Community opening up room on fire.
So not stealthily at all, just popping it open.
No, I know that the jig is up. I'm just gonna put it up, see what I can see.
Okay.
Oh, holding an action. Fuck. Okay, I didn't know that. That's fair. Gonna get shot.
All right. So you throw open the door, and you can see that there are a couple of crates that have been uncovered, that were kind of like covered up in the room, like with drapes, and covers have been thrown off of those, and you can see that Hasan and Alara are being loaded into these crates.
Gotcha.
I knew it. What did I say? I knew we were gonna be.
Okay.
Does he notice a lamp on the floor?
Go ahead and make a perception check, Zardon.
No, let's do grand total of 4.
No.
Yeah,
You
no.
do not.
That's okay. Okay. So there are two guys, one each holding each of my party members.
There are 10 people total in this room.
Right, but I just meant the 2 that I can see holding on to Hasan and Ilara.
Yeah, there are 4 people near those crates. 2 each that are loading
4 of
them
them.
in.
2 each that are putting them.
And then other people now looking at you having opened the door.
Right.
I just hope there's like snacks in the crate so that like when I wake up, at least I won't go hungry. You know, maybe like
You're
a
not gonna
book.
be
I
in
don't
the
know.
crate.
Like if you're gonna shove me in a crate, at least give me something to
You
do.
never know.
You know.
You never know.
Kidnappers are always nice.
They are.
Always.
Yeah.
Always the best
Sure.
people. All right, I'm gonna. I'll pop it. Let's do Scorch Ray. One on each of the. Let's do one each of the ones holding Hason, and then one of the ones on Alera.
Okay.
So three attacks of Scorching Ray.
Am I gonna get burned?
It's not like a burst attack. It's just like a firebolt kind of thing.
Are they making a check for that?
Nope, it's a straight attack roll for me.
Okay.
3 of them.
All right.
That is a 10. I'm sure that misses.
10 does not hit.
That's a 22.
That hits.
And last one's an nat 20.
All right.
All right, so 2 hits, 1 crit. I'll do the hit first, obviously, and that will be. Since I said it in order, the two on Hason, the one on Alera, the one on Alera is the crit.
Yes.
So the first one is just the one on Hason, so that is 2d6. So that's 4 points of fire damage on that one.
Okay.
And then the one for Alera. Ooh, that's much better. 9 times 2, 18 damage to that one.
18 damage to that one. All right.
Just kind of storm into the room, see 2 of my, newer friends being manhandled and thrown into boxes. I just immediately react no, and just shoot 3 bolts of fire out of my hands.
Okay.
Scorch the shit out of them.
So
One goes
here's
down.
what this looks like. There are 3 scorching rays that spread out into the room. People duck out of the way as stuff is suddenly fire is erupting in the middle of this room. One hits one of them that's holding on to Hason. I'm gonna have him roll a concentration check to see. So I'll make the other guy roll a strength saving throw to see if he can hold on to Hason. He does not.
Nice.
Does that wake me up?
In a minute. The other ray
So excited.
hits one of the people holding Alera, and just there's this as 2 halves of him go their separate ways, and his top half drops into the crate over the top of Alera. And I will have the other one roll a strength saving throw to see if he can hold on to Alera.
Right.
And he does. So he does manage to keep on hold of Alera, so you do not drop
Right.
suddenly into the crate.
Alright.
The third that missed goes directly through the window nearby and shatters it. So there's an explosion of
outside.
glass.
Do we hear screams?
It's a signal.
No, it's not
Oh.
super strong. Just strong enough to break this big window.
I thought it went out into the road.
No, just impacting the window. Hey, Son.
Okay.
You suddenly awake as your head hits the bottom of a crate.
Ow.
And as you wake up, rudely interrupted from a dream about cupcakes, there is a burlap sack covering your face, and I need you to roll initiative to get in on this.
Get in on this.
Get on this on the action.
Get up on this.
Get up.
Ah!
Oh, I
Thank you for
forgot
that,
to
Megan.
mention there is a window in my genie lamp.
Oh, yeah?
So that I can
See
watch
everything.
open
Cool.
curtains.
That's good to know. I'll let you know what's happening when your turn's come.
You can watch us get kidnapped.
Oh yeah, because you're aware. That's cool. I forgot about that.
What'd you roll, Hey, Son?
A 17.
Okay. All right. As we get to the bottom of this initiative order, Crickstump, you are turning the corner on this street, and suddenly you see a window explode into the street.
Now you know something's up. Fuck yeah.
The hell am I running to?
Danger.
Danger! Danger!
Are you just going to
I'm out.
continue moving toward it?
If it's where I think it is, then either my friends are in trouble or my friends are causing trouble, so I'll probably intervene one way or the other. Yeah.
Okay. You keep running forward. You are 1 round away from getting to the front door.
What?
And now I'm gonna have all the rest of them roll initiative. Let's see.
Mudpack and Skamos are just shaking outside the warehouse still.
Yeah, you almost,
happy to not be dead.
The two of you almost solidly died. I think that's fair to say.
Almost.
You were like 1 lie away from dying.
That's why we didn't lie. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good choice. It was a
Lying
good choice to not lie to
yeah.
Feodor.
When mafia bosses have giant boomsticks.
Ah!
Okay. Let's get it. Let's get some different music going, because we're no longer just sneaking around.
We need action music.
Yeah.
All right. So at the top of the initiative order, Ariel, here's what you see.
Yep.
You've landed in the corner of the room, and then suddenly your view is swooshing through the air, as you can surmise that someone, you have no idea who, has picked up your bottle.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Unwanted touching.
Yeah.
No, I do not consent to be
Sir.
picked up.
Consent.
Okay,
Wish I- yeah.
we've got some bandits going.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes, if you would like to.
Yeah, so I can use a bonus action to leave.
Okay.
So, since somebody has picked me up, and I don't assume it's the good guys, because as far as I know, they're all, got bags on their heads. So she will leave her bottle.
Okay. You suddenly I Dream of Genie your way out of the bottle, and you can see that one of the people that was in the room previously has picked it up.
She's gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Heard a blast.
You are in melee range with him, so that is going to be at disadvantage.
Oh, well then, just kidding.
I mean, you can do it. It's just you're at disadvantage for it.
Sorry, I'm just thinking what's the best. I don't feel like.
Yeah, you turned us into an ASMR channel there for a second.
Oh.
You were making a bunch of noise.
Oh. They weren't like soft, quiet, relaxing noises though. Okay, yeah, she's still gonna do it.
Okay, go for it.
$15.
15. 15 will hit.
Okay. 8.
Okay, 8
Yeah.
damage. What is? Go ahead and describe for everybody what Eldritch Blast looks like for Ariel.
Well, I think you described it in the past. Yeah, so it's a beam of bright aqua blue, sizzling sort of energy.
Nice.
Yeah, you want more than that?
I mean, hey, it's your character.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you hit this person, this guy broadside with it. This like kind of basically waterboards him. I think it's fair to say. He smashes back against the wall, hit by this blast. Looks like it takes a good chunk out of him. He's not very happy.
Does he drop the lamp, perchance?
Let's see.
Good job.
No, he sure doesn't. He rolled a nat 20 for that, so he holds on to it pretty firmly. And now it is going to be his turn. I'm going to have him roll a quick perception check. He, having just gotten his bell absolutely rung, is going to turn and run out the door leading to the back room.
Towards me?
He runs past you. So if you'd like, take an attack of opportunity on him with some melee, you can do so.
I don't think I have Warcaster, so it's not probably worth it. Let me check.
Trip him. Just trip him as he runs
him.
by.
Yeah.
Stick your foot
yeah,
out.
for 0 damage, because I have 0 strength. So yeah, no. I mean, the dagger I'll go with. Why not? Well, no, I want to save my reaction. Don't try and bait me into using my reaction, so I can't use shield.
I'm giving you all.
I know. You're good. I'm messing with you.
All right.
Thank you.
So he like hurdles over an extended foot that you half-heartedly throw out there, and disappears into the back room with Ariel's lamp.
Yeah, I can't. There's nothing I could do.
He just took your apartment.
Pretty much.
Not just the keys. He took the entire apartment.
The whole
with him.
thing.
Yeah, the whole building.
It's like that scene in the new Willy Wonka when his dad's like, "I won't be here when you get back," and then the whole house is gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
I love that scene so much.
That's amazing.
Okay, so he books it. Let me make a note of that. Bandit 4. Okay, another one is going to assess the situation, and it's going to draw and fire on Zardon. But not with a nat 1, he won't.
Oh no. Snaps his bow in half.
So with a nat 1, he raises his crossbow, fires, it ricochets right behind you and veers off sharply, hitting a torch on the wall.
Oh.
The
Not
torch-
set this place on fire.
the
Do
torch drops to the
not.
ground.
Okay.
Let's see what the torch does. I'm going to roll a
we will.
d6. The higher it is, the more horrible this is.
I cannot.
It's a 3.
Okay.
A fire has started in the back room of this area.
Okay.
Make a note of that. A fire has started.
Just casually make a note of that. Yeah. Cool.
All right, that's Bandit 5's turn. They're not really bandits, they're just what I'm referring to them here. Dude number 6 is going.
Dude number 6.
And is also going to fire on Zardon because it might not have gone well, but it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's a whole whopping 6 to hit.
Oh no.
Those at home, you will learn that historically I roll terribly. I get on these weird streaks where I will roll like 5 to 10 nat 20s in a night, but on the whole, I roll terribly, which is good for
And
our
we
party.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We love it. Thank you, dice.
I don't fudge most of those because if I could hit you, I would. But he cannot. He does not hit. He is, yeah. That brings us to Hasan.
Well, first off, big surprise. This is not Hasan's first time getting kidnapped. So when he notices that there's something over his face, he starts to panic a little and tries to take it off. I don't think he doesn't have a well, he does have a dagger, but I don't think 1, he'd be smart enough, or 2, brave enough to try to cut it off. So he's just gonna try to like feel if it's like tied and try to like loosen it and just pull it off.
Sure. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. It's a 13.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit, mostly because of panic, not because it's tied especially well, but you do manage to get it off. And now you can see that
I'm in a box.
That you are in a box.
Does the box have a lid on it yet, though?
It does not yet.
Can I try to get out of the box?
Sure. You can just stand up and you're out of the box.
Oh, I do that. And can I still do a thing, or am I not allowed?
Yes, so that's going to be bonus action and movement. Or half your movement to get up from prone. So you are standing up, and you can see there are 2 people right in front of you.
fun.
We're
Okay.
loading you into this box.
So I can't cast a spell because it's an action. Is that what you're saying?
You have an action left.
Oh, I have an action left. Oh, I would like to. Well, are they like? Do they see me immediately when I stand
Oh
up?
yeah, they were placing you in the box just a moment ago.
Do I have my weapons still? I have all my stuff, right?
You've got your stuff. Yeah, they haven't taken things from you yet.
Okay. I would like to grab the crossbow off of my back
Okay.
and shoot something.
So you are in melee range.
Oh, damn, that's
you
right.
can
So
do
what does that
but
mean?
it's going to be at disadvantage.
Oh. Maybe I don't want to.
I mean, you can still do it. It's just.
No. I will. I'm sorry. The plan that I had, I realized wouldn't work at all, so I have to change what I'm doing. And I'm just going to cast Dissonant Whispers on. Can I cast it on both of them if it's a? Oh no, just one of them, or can I cast?
I believe that's just one target.
Okay.
If you can
Then
upcast it.
the one on the right, whoever that lucky gentleman is, I cast just whispers on him at first level, and he must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Will you describe, as I do that, will you describe what he hears?
You're a very, very bad man. I hope you feel so bad about your life choices. There is no redeeming you. I will never forgive you. And that's what it says.
Perfect.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Even though I have no idea who this guy is.
What is your spell save DC?
15.
15. So he rolled a 12 plus 0.
Yay!
So he fails.
So he takes 3d6 psychic damage, which I will roll.
Okay.
I am missing.
This is the one I already hit too.
D6. 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay. So he grabs onto his head. You see like fear across his face, and he turns and I believe he needs to run now.
Yeah, he has to move away.
Yep.
Wait, what's it say?
He uses all of his speed to turn, and he runs out the front door.
Do I still have movement?
You used half your movement getting up.
I would like to use the other half running away.
Okay, where are you headed towards?
Where does it look like I can go?
Well, there's now the back of the room is now on fire.
Yes, I want to know.
There's
actually
there's only one person between you and the front door. So you could, in theory, just run out the front door, or the window behind you has been exploded outward. So you got options.
Options. Actually, I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna step back though, so that if I want to cast or something that's use a ranged weapon, I can. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If there's room.
I would say that you could get out of the box and get far enough away to get out of melee.
Cool. I do that, and that is, well, and then I'll give bardic inspiration to, I guess Zardon.
Okay. What do you say or do? What do you communicate to Zardon in this moment?
Kick their asses! You can do it!
Pleasure. What die size is that?
D6.
Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic. That is going to be more of these people moving.
I love that my fire magic didn't catch anything fire, but it was a bolt that hit a torch. It's perfect.
Okay. Zardon and Hason. Actually, all Zardon, Hason, Ariel, all of you go ahead and make perception checks.
Oh, okay. We see Crickstump valiantly come into the room to save us.
10 for Zardon.
Ooh!
Yep.
Hason.
A 19!
Okay. Ariel.
14.
Okay. Hason, you watch as a crate it's got like a dolly underneath it, and it is zoomed in front of you, and they are out the front door.
No, can I do anything about it? Did they cross my path? Do I get a...
You could do one attack of opportunity if you wish.
Yes. Can I use my crossbow?
It has to be a melee weapon.
Okay. I use my... Guess my dagger.
Okay.
That'd do more damage than trying to punch somebody with my little noodle arms. So, do that.
All right. So you swipe your dagger out at the nearest one as they run by.
Wait. I want to like stop them. Would it be better to tackle? Can I like try to like? No, that's a strength check. Never mind. Stick with the dagger. Never mind.
Okay.
That would
go
not
ahead
go
and make
well.
an attack roll.
Okay. This is his brain as he's trying to figure out what to do. What do I do? Save my friend.
I feel like we're playing touch chess sometimes. Like, I didn't take it off. I didn't take my hand off the piece.
That's a 16.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll that D4 plus dex.
5.
Okay, you hit him as he runs by. You reach out and slice him across the arm and the back of the shoulder. They still run, but you did get him. And they are out the front door with that crate.
Oh, but out the front door. I wonder if they're gonna run into somebody.
We'll see.
Yeah, the owner of the cupcake shop. Yeah, definitely.
Crickstump, did I get you to roll for initiative?
You did not.
Go ahead and do that for me, because you're gonna be coming up on it soon.
That's good.
So that's gonna get us to 3 more of these folks who are doing their thing. Yeah, they all rolled pretty well.
What are they doing though?
That's a great question. I'm gonna have them roll a general wisdom check to see if they know the best course of action.
I didn't realize that Ilara got put in a box already, so that was fun.
They are going to stand and fight. So we've got 2 crossbow bolts headed towards Zardon.
Great.
That first one is for 15 plus 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You roll a damage there. That's only for 5 damage.
Okay.
The second crossbow bolt is 15 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
So it makes my AC 16.
All right. So that does not hit. You manage to wash it out of the way.
First one was too good for me.
Third crossbow bolt is headed towards Ariel. And Ariel, that is a 15 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is for 10 points of piercing damage. As you are turning and watching your lamp run out the door, suddenly you hear a thunk and a crossbow bolt hits you in the shoulder, like a couple inches in.
Status.
You hear a little crunch.
We were in combat before this, were we? Because for some reason my sheet is showing for 14 out of 18, but I don't think that's right.
You should be at full.
Yeah, you should be at
Before
full.
this. And then minus 10.
Yeah, now.
I'll be at 8.
Okay. Zardon, you are up.
Okay, Zardon did not like that. So, how many enemies do I see? I got a pretty high
6.
intelligence. So, okay. Fuck. Okay. I will. Is there any way I can reach? Or how many of them could I get in a 15-foot cone?
You could definitely get 3.
3 of them? Okay. Will it use all my movement to get to that position?
No, this isn't an overly large room. It would
Okay.
use half of your movement to get to that position.
Would I? And I wouldn't hit any allies?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Then I will do exactly that. I'll move to a spot and I will just kind of pull out my spell book and just pull to the page. Oh, where is it? Where? Blazing hands. There it is. Blazing hands. Just open up the book and it just shoots out a fan of flames in a 15-foot cone. They all have to make dex saves.
Okay, like a birthday party magician gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, what is it? Where is it? There it is. Use my last 3rd level spell for this. So.
Okay. First one fails.
Okay.
Second one fails. Third one fails.
Oh, that's juicy. Ooh, that was 3 says, y'all. Fuck yeah. Okay. So that's 20 damage total to all 3 of them.
Okay. Just so it's this big wash of flame, and you hear these. It should be said, rather horrible screams as all 3 of them fall backwards. Some of the chairs catch fire, and they're not dead, but they are dead. For all intents and purposes, they're at 0 hit points. They are dead, but they will be screaming for some time, and you will hear it in your dreams.
Zardon's pretty cold, so who knows?
Yeah, maybe Zardon won't. Hason will definitely
Part
hear
fish,
it.
so.
Oh yeah, thanks. I have enough people already screaming in my dreams from the other people I've killed. I
Yeah,
don't need
Hason,
more.
your next dream will be a cupcake that screams at you with the voices of these men.
That's nightmarish. Holy shit.
That's scary.
So
He's never gonna touch a cupcake ever again.
That's gonna ruin
Yeah.
it. It's gonna ruin your whole life for you.
Wow.
So that was an action, and part of my movement. About how much movement would I have left?
You've got half of your movement left.
Okay. Don't have any bonus actions really, so I will just. Am I within melee? I'm assuming I probably had to get within melee to get the.
Yeah.
Okay. Fudge. Why did I do that? Just to kill them. Oh wait, they all died, so I don't have. Do I have anybody within melee range of me right now that's alive?
No, not within melee. That's alive.
Okay, that was my question. I asked vaguely, so I will use the rest of my movement to back up to where I was. Just
Okay,
like,
got it.
oh shit.
Very good. No attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
All right, that reaches us to the end of the initiative order before we get Crickstump in. I'm going to check to see how the fire is doing. Rolling a d6. That's a 3. It's still going along
Okay.
strong.
Is it growing at all? Does that just mean it's
Oh,
still?
it's I know it's growing. It's just not
Okay.
horrifically engulfing everything quite yet. Crickstump, what did you roll for initiative?
I rolled a dirty 20.
Nice. I like it. Like
So
to see it.
Crickstump,
Yeah, what's up?
your total speed is
It's 35.
okay. So you are 35 feet from the front door. Okay.
Cool.
30
Got it.
feet past that, you now see 3 men pushing a crate.
Do they seem nefarious at all?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Oh
Pushing or
no.
looking on a crate.
Megan is not stressed out about this at all.
That's a 9.
Honestly, it could be anything. You saw the window smash open. They don't look like, thugs. So it could just be that they're trying. You can hear the sounds of a battle, and it really seems like these 3 guys are just trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
With a box, though? With a big
Yeah,
box?
A big box.
Yeah, so that's what you determined, that when you fight in the streets or in public places, citizens are going to get the hell out of the way in a hurry. So you are up, Crickstump.
Got it. Was one of the guys who jumped through the window one of the guys who was pushing the crate?
No, there was another guy that just like nobody jumped through the window. It was a firebolt that like smashed the window. But
okay.
another guy did just run out the front door.
Got it.
And is
Better put out that fire.
He's pushing the crate?
No, the crate is further away. It is going away from you. This guy that ran out the door is just there. And he's armed.
Does he look like he's with the other guys?
It's really tough to tell. They're not like wearing a uniform or anything.
We don't have T-shirts that say SNS Travel Agency.
They sure don't.
Okay, just checking.
Just based on the commotion, I think he'd want to ask them what's happening. But the fact that he sees that they're armed means he is.
Just this guy. Just this guy at the door is armed, that you can see. The people who were pushing the crate, you did not see them as armed.
Cool. Yeah, he's armed, and I know my friends are in there. I'm like, excuse me, mister. What's going on here? As I'm running up to him, does he react in any particular way?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, and let's see how he reacts. Excuse me, mister. As Tom Sawyer suddenly runs up on him.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh, bum, 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 bum.
Bum bum. Okay.
It's just as I'm running. It's not like I got right in front of him.
No, you didn't. But with a nat 1, he is going to get a reaction attack.
Just swing on you.
So as you open your mouth, he raises his crossbow and fires it in your direction.
Just a random dude who walks up to him. All right.
He's a little twitchy. What can I say?
That's fair, yeah.
That is a 19 to hit.
Oh.
That'll do it.
For 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So, excuse me, mister, what's going on? And it just sticks like right in your ribs and goes on. It's not very good.
Got it.
Hey!
I immediately am going to go into my symbiotic entity.
Okay. Why don't you describe for everybody what that looks like for Crickstump?
Oh, Crickstump normally looks, like a normal guy, but the thing about him is he really likes the woods. So as a druid himself, his symbiotic entity, he essentially sprouts a mushroom cap out of the top of his head, and then along his body. He's essentially fungi in nature, is what he is.
Fun guy.
Yep.
He's a fun guy in nature.
And a fun guy at the party.
So yeah, he's gonna do that, and it was best to whoop up on this guy.
Okay. So you turn into a mushroom ent, and you are ready to rumble.
Are you gonna put a mushroom cap in his ass?
Oh, there you go. That was good.
I'm just sitting here thinking of jokes.
Hell yeah.
That's all I'm doing. It's cool.
So that was your action?
That's a bonus action.
Bonus action, got it. So you still have, you use your movement to get right up to it. You still have an action left.
No, never mind. I lied. That is an action.
I had a feeling.
That's.
But if you have anything for a bonus action, you can certainly do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Shalila as well.
Okay, so you reinforce your quarterstaff with magical energy, and you are ready to shroom it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am.
And that'll be it for your turn, yeah?
Yeah. I got the 35 up to him.
Yes. Yes, you
Right,
are
yeah.
you are in melee with him now.
Perfect.
All right, Ariel. You are up, and you just watched your apartment run out the back door.
Yeah, she's gonna run after it.
Okay. You run into this back area. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Sorry.
Give me back my condo.
19.
Okay. You see him turn a corner and run around behind a stack of crates.
Do I still have movement left?
You do.
Well, I will follow him.
Okay,
until-
you follow him. Are you wanting to get within melee with him, or try to? What's the intent?
No, I just want to get close enough so that I can Eldritch Blast him again. Just want to kill him at this point.
Okay. You can, with that good of a perception check, you feel like you could probably blast him through one of these crates.
Sweet.
Because it's kind of tight in here, so if you got all the way around, you'd be too close.
16.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh no! Hold on. In the wrong spot. Ow. Okay. 8. Got 8 damage.
8. Okay. You blast this like icy blue energy through the crate, swoosh, smashes, and you hear an oof as he gets hit in the back with it and the crate, and slams up against the wall. It's not enough to down him, but it didn't feel good either.
Is he still holding on to the
Let's see.
mouse?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Do I have movement left?
No, I would say that you do not. You've used your movement to get to this spot.
Alright, fine.
Okay. We got some bandits going. One of them, who is currently facing the strange crickstump creature that just rolled up, and honestly, between Hassan doing the dissonant whispers, and all of a sudden this guy turning into a giant mushroom man, he's had enough for the day, so he's going to attempt to turn and run.
I'm out.
That's right. Run away.
Crickstump, if you'd like to make an attack of opportunity, you can do so.
No, but I will attempt a Halo of Spores him, which is a different sort of reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here I am.
So what are we involving on that?
He needs to make a con save.
Got it. What is your DC?
Let me take a look here. 13.
He does succeed. That's a 14 on the die.
Ah. Yeah, he's perfectly fine.
So as you release these noxious spores, he ducks underneath and he begins booking it down the street. Whatever he signed up for, this is not it. One of the next guy is in combat with Hassan. And
Cool.
is going to go ahead and...
Wait, but I thought I stepped away out of melee range.
Oh, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
So he'll pull out his crossbow to do that instead of his sword.
Fine.
Hey, bandits.
Thanks for the update.
But that's only a 7, because that's me.
Right.
And then the third of this set is going to assess the situation, and I'm going to have him roll a dexterity check. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 15 total. He leaps over the crate and out the window, and down the street he goes.
Wow.
You gotta pay people better if you want them to stick around for
Right.
fights with adventurers.
Do I see him hop the window as well?
You sure do.
All right. They're just pouring out of here.
They
I don't
are.
know what happened.
It should be noted the room's also on fire.
Very much.
So it's not really advisable to stick around when the room you're in is on fire. Hey, Son, you're up.
Okay. I want to leave this building.
Okay.
The window, is that facing the same way that the front door is facing? Like they
Yes.
go out the same?
They go
okay.
out the same way.
Does one appear? Is one? So the. I'm
You're
sorry.
closer to the front
Wow,
door.
bumbling.
You are closer to the front door.
Okay. I want to 30 feet outdoor towards where Alara went. How far does that get me? Can I see them still?
You get to the front door. Go ahead and make a perception check.
8. Wait! Oh, never mind. Sorry. I thought I could re-roll it, but I can't. Sorry. 8.
Bye. See you guys next week.
Bye, Megan.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm not done yet.
There's
Hey,
like
so
you use 5 feet of movement to get to the door, and as you
Yes.
do, what you look around and see is Crickstump is just like right there, in full mushroom glory.
I say hi, and then I move around.
And you also see 2 other of these dudes who are running away from Crickstump.
Okay. I still want to try to like get my full movement though, 30 feet towards where they're carrying off the crate. That's where I want to go because I want to try to shoot with my crossbow to stop them
Okay.
or catch up if I can catch up. I don't know. I cannot let them get away, and no one's pursuing, so I must pursue, even though I
Okay.
don't want them to
You
do
get
that.
within 10 feet of them. I mean, technically speaking, as though everything.
Their
would be
backs
happening
are
at
to
once.
me.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I want. I'm sorry. I want to cast a spell, but can I also I cast a spell and then tackle somebody after I cast
No,
the
you
spell,
certainly
and I'll
can't.
tell you what. Ugh! Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot one of them with my crossbow, or attempt to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
I want to aim for the one rolling the dolly in his arms that he maybe stops rolling the dolly. If I can. Anyway, that's the plan. That's
Okay.
the plan. Just letting you know.
Noted.
It's a 16.
16 does hit.
Oh, okay. This is the big baddie crossbow, so it's 2d10 plus 2.
Okay. You're
Damn.
busting out the big one.
I am. Oh boy. That is 15 points of damage.
Okay, so you crank back the lever on this big crossbow. It's so massive, but you manage to aim it, and the kickback rocks you back as both crossbow bolts catch him right in the back, on either side of his spine, and he slumps forward immediately into the street.
Nice.
He die?
Oh, he's super dead.
No! I didn't want to kill
Scratch.
him.
Yeah, he's
okay.
way dead.
Non-lethal.
And I yell at them, "Hey! Stop what you're doing, or you're next, buddy." Whoever else is there,
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Ah,
Just the way I look, not very scary, but you know, they just saw their comrade be slain. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then saw you wincing after, like, oh, I killed him.
Yeah, that's why it's a disadvantage. I'm sorry, what?
Intimidation.
That's a 7.
Okay. You don't get any response back.
Okay. Bonus action. Let's see. I have a thing called magical inspiration. It says I can use one of my bardic inspiration die used to restore HP or deal damage. Oh, but I just killed the guy, so that doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah,
I guess it's my turn.
You could
I'm
kill
dead.
him more.
I'm done. No, I don't want to do that. That's it. I
Okay.
will hold my ground
All right.
and be ready to fight some more.
Got it. One of them is dead, so that one.
I just
has
thought of
been murdered in the
Yzma.
street.
Yeah.
You ain't getting any better.
I ain't getting any better. That's such a good line.
The other two are gonna book it. They are going
With the crate still?
with the crate. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
It's basically like a furniture dolly, like wheels underneath the thing.
They didn't have to expend like end movement getting it up off the ground though. If the one guy like,
Oh, it's basically
Upped it?
it's like on a little platform.
so they're just like
Yeah.
pushing it. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe they're sad that their compatriot just died. You can't really tell.
Just a little bit.
But they do run. They dash. So
I'm sad enough for them. They don't have to be sad.
yeah, you can pay for
I
his
am
funeral
sad
if
enough.
you want.
Okay.
But they dash, so they run down the street and turn a corner, and you do not currently have visuals on them. There are some dudes in the room, and I'm gonna have them roll perception or wisdom check to see if they can determine the best course of action.
I like fire.
Oh,
I'm
they
gonna
rolled a
stick
1,
around.
so they are
Oh my god! Nice!
they are in it to win it.
Damn.
They're going toe to toe with Zardon.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Fire be damned. They're in it. So Zardon, there's 3 crossbow bolts headed your way.
Okay.
First is an 18.
Fuck.
Second is a 15.
Shield.
Third is an 8.
So last 2 miss.
Okay, so it's only 1 hitting. That's 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Good.
So the first one kind of catches you off guard. The second one you manage to wave away. And the third one just misses clear. Well, let's see what the... and Zardon, you are up.
Okay. Okay. There's still 3 in the room.
Let me do a head count here.
You just fired on me.
Yeah, those 3 are in the room. There's 4 total in the room.
Did the one that had the amp go out the room? That's already gone, right? Okay.
Yes, you cannot see the one with the lamp.
So then my only real target would be going after Alaris. So then, yeah, I will. How much movement would it take?
Oh, you know what?
To
Actually, I messed up there.
Sure.
We're gonna roll that back a little bit because I didn't have
Okay.
my notes correct in front of me.
No worries.
So that group of people did not get a turn because they're dead because you burned them.
Right.
previously.
Okay. I was curious. I thought maybe there was just more than I thought.
So there is currently 1 that you can see that was in combat with Heisan.
Would that be the one that hit me then? I'm assuming.
No, you can
We'll
go
say.
ahead and get those 4
Take that
points
back?
of piercing
Okay.
damage back.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
you
that
watch
spell
as
slot
time rewinds itself.
Zip. Zip. It's
The
okay.
fabric of reality bends around you.
It's an interesting phenomenon. I'll write it down.
So now that there is 1 that is left in the room.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just try and finish him off real quick with a firebolt. Just the face. Just
Okay.
go down. I'm gonna use an inspiration. Hope this hits. So 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Yeah, that inspiration saved my life. Thank you, Lauren. And wait, that's a D10. Okay, so yeah, 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. He turns just in time to see a huge gout of flame wash over him, and his hair is caught fire. He's furiously trying to bat it out. He's not quite dead, but he's
Still up.
quite
Alright,
close.
Then that'll probably be it because I don't have a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that and then move the rest of my movement towards the front door so I can
Okay.
hopefully get
Yeah,
a
that's
view
gonna.
on what's happening out there.
You managed to poke your head out the front door.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I can see the box being carried away. Can I?
You cannot.
Okay, but I can see Crickstump here. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. All right. Then yeah, that's my turn.
Let's see what the fire's doing. Ho! It's picking up some speed.
All right. Get this over with
It's
quick.
it caught some drapes. It's rocking and rolling. You would call this room on fire at this point. Not just the
I
area.
like that it wasn't before though.
You
Now it's
know,
officially on
Sometimes
fire.
it's like, oh, this trash can is on fire. Oh, the lamp has caught fire. But now it's like, oh, the room is on fire.
Okay, good.
Okay, Crickstump, you are up. Here's what you see. Zardon is right in front of you. You watched as Heisan ran out the door and fired on somebody. And there are 2 other of these dudes that you can see that are running, one of which you were in combat with previously.
So he's already running.
Yes.
Just at a quick glance into the place, do I see anyone left in the building that we're all in?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Let's see what you see.
I don't. That's a 9.
You see, it's on fire. That's what you see.
Oh! Ooh, okay. Didn't expect that. I'm going for my group because I see them all, at least most of them. Yeah, I'm gonna chuck it. Did I happen to see Heisan fire on these guys?
Yeah.
it was out in the middle of the
Heisan's
street.
20 feet in front of you. Heisan fired on one of the people that was pushing that crate.
Got it. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna run forward past Heisan to get to these guys who are at the crate.
They are out of sight at this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've turned a corner. They are gone.
How much further ahead of Heisan would they be?
You have no idea.
Or at least how much further on is the corner?
Go ahead and make. Go ahead and make another perception check to see what you have seen with Heisan in this interaction.
That one's much better. It's a 22.
Okay. You think that the corner that they went down is about 25, 30 feet ahead of where Heisan is standing.
Ahead of where? Okay, then I'm going to, if I can't see any of the ones, I'm going to use a dash action to get around the corner.
Okay. You run around the corner and begin trying to pursue and find them.
Yes.
All right.
And that will be, that'll be all I have, unless I can. Yeah, that'll be all I have. Hopefully, I can see it once I round the corner.
So
that's 70 feet total.
So to get us to the break, I'm going to kind of wrap up this section just a little bit, because things are thinning out. People are running away. The building's on fire. The people who are not running are right at the end of their lives. So we don't have to go through every little bit of it. But here's what happens. Over the next couple of minutes, the ones that are running away in the street just scatter to the winds. There is chaos. People are pouring out of buildings because suddenly one of these buildings is on fire. Ariel, the person you are confronting, succumbs to his wounds. And you get your lamp back.
Rip it out of his...
And you feel very confident until you walk into the next room and it is engulfed in flames. But you do manage to get out of the door and into the street. There are people all around now. They're summoning a fire brigade to put out the fire.
I was gonna say I was gonna try and use. I mean, it's a cantrip, but control flames to try and help them.
Sure. You do your best to kind of keep it under control as the fire brigade arrives. Crickstump, after a couple minutes, comes back. You have not located the crate. And at this point, with all the commotion happening, Mudpack and Skamos have kind of followed the flow of chaos to find you all. And
What's going on, guys?
As you all gather back around, the last person to come out of the building, coughing, rubbing soot off, is Jonathan Bruce, travel agent.
I'll punch that man in the face.
And with that, we will go ahead and go to a break. So we will be back in just a couple minutes. And before we go going on the other side of the break, we're going to give away a set of dice. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a minute or two. All right, we are back. Thank you for sticking around with us through the break. I have put some usernames into a randomizer, and one of you is about to win this set of dice. Congratulations to Kai Osborne. Congrats,
Nice.
Kai. You have won yourself a set of dice. What I'm going to have you do is please shoot me an email. I'm going to put the email here in the chat, and you can shoot me an email. We'll coordinate addresses and get you that set of dice.
Woo.
All right. So when we left our party, Alara had been, no other way to put it, abducted. And to where, the rest of the party does not know. The rest of the party has now gathered. The fire brigade is putting out the flames. Alara, yes?
I had a question.
Sure.
My notebook
It is with you.
is with me? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, if I dropped it when I fell asleep and then it got burned, oh my god. I'd be so upset.
I am cruel,
Okay.
but not to that. Not that much. Just most.
I
Just shy.
appreciate that very
Just
much.
shy.
No.
I wanted to double check.
So it is with you
Okay,
in
great.
your things.
I'll say it has one of those wrist straps on it.
Sure. It's like a boogie board. So as the rest of you gather and the fire brigade is putting out the fire, out stumbles Jonathan Bruce, travel agent. He's coughing and like his clothes are a little singed. He's looking back at the fire in disbelief. He's not really regarding the rest of you. He's just looking at this flaming building.
Are there any guards around still? I'm assuming probably burning down building.
A couple members of the city guard have come in, are trying to assist the fire brigade.
I want to just walk up to them and say, excuse me, gentlemen, go with the Adventurers Guild. I would like you to arrest that man right now, please.
And I punch him in the face though before he gets arrested. So I would like to.
Go
Bad
ahead
man.
and make
He's
a
a bad
persuasion
man.
check. Sorry.
Okay.
Bad man.
Ooh, that's an 18 plus persuasion, 20.
Okay, that's enough for them to, for one of them. They're like trying to like operate equipment with the fire brigade, and one of them like looks at you and this. All right, what's this then? What?
He was the one who lured us into this room and tried to drug us all and put us in boxes. He took out one of our party members, ran off with a box. If you can send out men after them as well, that'd be helpful. But otherwise, we can figure it out.
And at this point, Jonathan comes over and says, "Hey, folks. Hey, listen. I can hardly believe what happened in there. I can assure you, I had no clue what was in store. I'm horrified about what happened in there."
Insight check for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Finally.
In the meantime, I'm gonna lean over to Heisan and be like, "Hey, Heisan, what the hell happened in there?"
You're muted, just so you know.
You are muted.
Sorry. Well, I was asleep, and then I woke up, and then I had a
What?
bag on my head. Then I took the bag off, and there was a bunch of people in the room, very aggressive. I'm not really sure what was going on, as I was asleep for a lot of it. But they have Alara, and that's who I was chasing after. That's all I know.
Well,
And shit, I got an 18 insight.
Okay. He's very flustered, and
Sure.
his clothes are singed. You have no reason to trust him.
Sure.
But what I would say is that you also didn't see him at all during the melee.
Right, I was gonna say we didn't see him at all. Okay. Huh.
And he says, listen, if I know what they was going to do, I would have told you something, obviously. I was only doing what the company tells me to do. And when suddenly everything was in chaos, I hid behind my desk and... you said they took one of them? One of you? Oh, God. He puts his head in his hands. And the city guardsman is like looking back and forth. Was he... There was a fight. There was a fight in there?
Yes.
Was he involved?
We don't... not directly. That's a good point. I jumped to conclusions thinking he was in charge of this, but... still suspicious, but not to arrest him.
Yeah, alright.
Are we?
Yeah, I think you guys have joined.
Everybody's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Scamos will walk over to Josh and be like, what happened? I thought we were keeping a low profile.
We were trying. We were trying to investigate this building to see what was going on, and found it to be a timeshare they were trying to sell us on. That turned out to be not quite what it was. They were trying to kidnap us, as all of the rest of the crowd turned on us and tried to put us in boxes.
Where's
We were
Alera?
Successful. They put Alera in a box and ran off with her.
Why are we all standing here?
Because we don't know where they went. The city is massive.
Alright, well, let's go to the docks. I'm certain we can figure out something.
Okay, then let's go. I was just trying to get this sorted out, and it seems sorted. Yes, let's go.
Mudpack, hearing this, will wild shape into a wolf and start trying to pick up Alera's scent.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. You hear some like shocked gasps around as you suddenly turn into a wolf in the middle of the street. Go ahead and make a perception check at advantage.
I almost said Adventurers Guild business, but then I remembered we're being low profile.
Yeah, low profile for sure.
Yeah, for sure. After Billy burned down.
Well, that wasn't your fault technically.
That's true.
I missed.
Yeah. I know. I'm the one using all the fire magic, and I love it.
14.
Okay.
Well, you might have added to it with.
I did, definitely.
You've spent enough time with Alera at this point to have a decent idea of picking up the scent. Not like super strong, probably because Alera's feet weren't touching the ground. But you catch a bit in the air, and you have a general direction in which you start moving. You've got a trail to follow.
Follow her. Follow them immediately.
Is everybody following?
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
should we just be leaving Jonathan? Did someone should we make him come with us so that he's not left alone? I'm just concerned.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Maybe. I don't know. Shit. Shit. Okay. I'm tapped. I've got like only first level spells and not very good ones.
Scott was hanging around.
Yeah.
So, as soon as Mudpack got the scent, he followed him.
Okay. So Mudpack's going, Skamos is going, people are going. Hey San, you're kind of holding back a little bit.
Yeah, I want to try. I want to try, if I may, cast another spell and do suggestion again on him.
Okay.
But I learned so much from the last time I used it. I think I'm a little wiser this time about it.
All right.
Hopefully. So he has to make a save again.
That is a wisdom save, I believe. What are you suggesting?
I say, you are going to come with us and you're going to stick with us until we say that you no longer have to be with us. And you will not do anything you won't do anything sneaky or tricky, sir.
I would say.
Sorry, that's so good.
Okay.
So
You will not leave my side until I say you are done.
That is a good firm direction. He says, "Yeah, all right. Well, let's. Where are we going then?
Going to the docks. We're following them. Let's go.
All right, let's go."
We go.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm taking it as that last thing you said is the actual suggestion, by the way.
Yes. Sorry, I had to, spitball for a little bit to get to it.
Okay, so Mudpack, you can, as a wolf, you can almost see it in the air as your senses hone in on the scent of Alara moving through the city.
Thinking the paper that she writes on.
You're down the street. You turn a corner. You turn another corner pretty sharply, like right after that, into an alleyway. Go ahead and make another perception check with advantage.
That is a natural 20.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice work, Mudpack.
Thanks.
As you turn that corner into the alleyway, it becomes perfectly clear, and you can hone right in on it, and you take off. You are ready to go.
I'm gonna howl. I'm gonna howl to let my compatriots know, because
Okay.
they know I'm a wolf, to let them
Yeah.
know that I'm booking,
All right.
and I've had some success.
So some people put their heads out their windows, like, say a wolf here in the middle of the car. What's going on? They're like,
Oh, it's all good.
bringing
Don't worry
in
about it.
their children really quickly, like, oh my god, we got a wolf in the middle of the city.
We're chased it after. It's okay, folks.
An
We're
old
gonna
timey
go
dog catcher goes, what? Just the whole scene.
Oh my god.
But Mudpack, you howl and you are on the trail, and Hassan in the back with Jonathan, you hear that as well, and you see people running. And Jonathan's sticking by it, but not like enthusiastically running or anything. You are muted, by the way.
I just don't want to be too noisy. I tell him to keep up, and I'm kind of annoyed that he can't run faster.
Yeah, well, I was just in a burning building and all.
Oh,
it's fine.
stop talking. Stop talking. Shh, shh.
Mudpack, you are just laser focused on Alara's scent. It takes kind of a winding path through the market district, and wherever they were going, they were not taking main roads to get there. You are winding until it finally breaks out into a main road right in the middle of the docks district. Close enough that you can, it's a little far away, but you can see the water from here. You can see ships in the harbor. And still that scent is right there. Go ahead and make one more perception check with advantage for me.
That's another 14.
Okay. The scent is strong, and you are after it. The rest of you, following Mudpack Wolf, find yourselves coming out into the middle of the docks, and it is busy. There are people all around, and more importantly, there are crates all around, all over the place.
That scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
All these baskets.
The warehouse.
The docks have hundreds and hundreds of crates all over the place. People loading crates on and off boats, and you figure one of these crates has Alara in it.
Are they sectioned by certain boats?
It's kind of a mix, because the boats are near one another, so it's difficult to maybe they would know, but it is difficult for you to know.
Go ahead.
Okay, so with having been involved with smuggling before, is there some kind of smuggling system that Skamo would at least be able to help find, kind of narrow down the crates we're looking for?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
shadow mark anywhere.
Also, while he does that, can I take a general perception check to see if I see the guys that were
Same.
wheeling the crates out? I think
That
I got.
or if he looks for that, I want to look for people who are like looking at us. Like,
Sure.
eyes on
Those
us.
who would like to at this point can go ahead and make a perception check.
Dallas only got a 7 on the check.
It was a 19 on my perception check.
12. So.
You said you got a 7, Skamos? Yeah, Skamos, you're not even sure what group is involved in this, so it's really difficult to tell, like, what direction you're supposed to head in.
Got it.
Zardon, I mean, you just bursted into the middle of the docks with a wolf,
Right.
So you're definitely catching
That's
some
fair.
looks.
Yeah.
It's not the most subtle thing that's ever happened in the world.
Ooh, I could.
Crickstump, you see down the way you see what might be those people. You're not like 100% sure or anything, but Mudpack is headed in that direction.
I'm gonna follow the wolf pack.
Wolf pack of one.
Wolf pack of one. I'm gonna follow Wolfpack, but also head towards those guys as well. I think I've got a beat on them, but I'm not 100% sure. So
Zardon's just gonna keep following Wolfpack as well.
Okay, so as you approach one of these loading areas, there's a ship right beside the dock here. There's a big load of crates here at the dock. As you approach, a couple of mercenary types, armed. They are, there for security, step up, and one of them says, "Folks, you're coming onto private property. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop."
Skamos is going to kind of like walk up to them and just he's on a mission, so he's just like, "Is this the SNS travel dock, or is there one nearby?"
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can it be an intimidation check?
Sure.
Actually, no, persuasion is better for him. So yeah, he'll do persuasion.
Let Pat gonna growl. Rawr.
15.
Says, what business have you got here?
Well, one of our people was kidnapped earlier today, so we're hoping to track down the crate that she was thrown into.
Let Pat going to wild shape back into his gnome form in front of the guy and be like, "I tracked her here. She is here."
Definitely trust this one's nose.
I mean, maybe you can. I don't know about that. What I know is that this is private property, and I'm paid to keep people away from it.
And can I make a perception or maybe insight check to see if they like recognize Jonathan, show any sort of like
Sure.
yeah,
Go ahead
recognition
and make an
that
insight
he's
check.
like standing there? Okay. That is a dirty 20.
You don't really catch any like very distinct looks of recognition or anything like that.
What about on Jonathan's face?
Go ahead and make another insight check.
13.
Yeah, you're not really nothing distinct.
Okay.
And these two, it should be noted, they've got big, heavy crossbows on their back, swords at the hip. Like they look ready to roll in the way that sellswords do.
Whose private property? Remember that I had an accent right now.
Listen, folks.
As much as I'd like to play 20 questions with you, that's not my job. My job is to keep people away so these folks can load the boats. I don't give a shit what's in them. That's not my job. My job is to keep people out.
What if our job is to get what's in the boxes back?
Well, then you're above my pay grade. I don't care what's in the boxes. I don't care what they do with the boxes. They could put them in a fire and eat them. They could throw them in the ocean. They could... Listen.
Smooth.
I had a third one in mind, and it was just like too much, and so I just pulled back right at the last second. So let's assume he said something pithy.
Scamos is going to kind of like inhale for a second and put his hand in his pockets and be like,
pocket sand.
Would Gold change your mind about telling us what's going on?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That's 22.
He says, well, I guess it depends how much you're willing to part with.
2 silver.
1 copper. No,
Electrum.
is there a check that Scamos could do to gauge like an idea of like what would be a decent amount of gold to offer up so that he doesn't undershoot or overshoot drastically?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Nah.
What'd you roll?
9.
It's probably not less than 5 gold.
Does 15 gold sound for getting the hell out of our way so we can figure out where our friend is?
We supposed to split 15 between us, or is that 15?
I was just gonna say 15 each, and I'll come forward and say I will also help. Not all good with words.
We're taking a 5-minute break. And at the end of 5 minutes, we're going to come back and kill whatever's here if it ain't supposed to be on our property. And the two of them take their 15 gold each and go for a walk.
All right. Let's quickly get up to the ship.
So what you see in front of you, there are some folks loading stuff. They're busy loading things. They're not necessarily watching you. But there are like 5 people loading crates onto the ship.
Now that we're closer to them, do any of them look familiar from the backside?
Go ahead and make another perception check.
Anybody or just?
At the moment, just Crickstump. The DC for this is going to be 20.
I did not get there.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you really didn't get a good look at these guys. You're not sure.
The point that we made it past the guards, is this like only one dock, or are there still like multiple ships off of it?
There are multiple. You're kind of into the more dock area. This is a large dock that extends, a large portion of this dock that extends out, and there are 3 ships being loaded.
Okay, if I could, I would like to turn to Jonathan and say, okay, give up the innocent act, give up the ruse. You're not fooling anyone. You can't fool me. Just tell us which one of these ships is your ship, okay? And I will do what I can to make sure that whatever is coming to you after this is all over is maybe not as bad as it might be if you don't help us out. So why don't you just do this for us, please? sir.
You see Ardon with a firebolt ball in his hand. Just
Go
ready.
ahead.
Okay, I'm not trying to intimidate. I'm trying to persuade. So
Okay.
please don't
Oh.
mess that up.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Hasan.
There's a 15.
Okay. Hmm. All right. He says, listen, you ain't exactly been forthright with me pretty much from the get. And
I roll my eyes so hard that they're gonna get stuck back in the back of my head. But go on.
But now you want a bunch of information from me after setting fire to my place of business and all?
Yep.
All right.
Do
Scamo.
you want me to?
What?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Scamo's like just kind of like listening there and trying to keep his cool this whole time. Isn't so he's going to walk over, grab Jonathan by the throat and light one of his hands with electrical energy and turn his eyes black with thaumaturgy, and he says, "You have 10 seconds or you're going into the water on fire."
Ooh, I like this.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Cool. Uh, 16.
Okay. He looks worried, but not panicked. And he says, whatever bad things you could do to me, they could do a hell of a lot worse to me, to my family, my kids.
Who's they? I'm Australian.
Mudpack, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Probably whoever he's selling people to.
Well, duh, but what's their name? Hurry. Persuasion. 13.
And he says, yeah, if you don't know already, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you, but I can make you a deal. Just let me go for the moment. I ain't going anywhere.
He literally can't go anywhere. So
That's true.
Scamos will not stop his arm from crackling with lightning, but he will release him.
He straightens up and all right. I really don't want to die, and more importantly, I don't want my family to die. And you may kill me, but they do a lot worse. So I'll tell you what. I can trade you one piece of information for me walking away. I can give you a friend, or I can give you Ailston Weathers and what happened to him.
Oh, that's so cruel.
That's assuming we won't be able to figure out what happened to him without your help.
That's on you, not me. I'm doing as much as I can do without my family dying.
If we have a Lara with us, I think we'll be able to find where this guy is.
Maybe so.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't think it's to lose a party member just to find information on a guy. She can help us find him.
I'll get in there. I'll get your friend if you want to. And you let me go.
I will walk forward and just place my hand on his shoulder, and Alpha will crawl off my arm onto his shoulder. I'm watching.
Is that what we're agreeing to?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. I'm conflicted. I feel like there's something we could do to
Is
get
his-
her and get the information.
Is his idea him going alone? Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
So I understand. Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
Hey, son.
You may go.
He nods and heads off towards one of the ships. I assume you're looking through Alpha's eyes.
Yeah, I will. I'll kind of walk up to Ariel and kind of grab her shoulder and be like, "Would you just? I can't see anything right now. Just I don't run into anything." And I'll kind of grab onto her shoulder.
And Ariel leads him straight into the ocean.
Yeah, that's right. Luckily, I can breathe underwater for at least an hour.
Does Alpha hear, or is it just
Yes, see,
sight?
I lose both of my hearing and sight, and I can hear and see through his and ears.
Okay.
Within 100 feet, should be noted.
Okay.
So I will also say to Ariel, "Get me as close to the ship as you can."
So you all watch as Jonathan, singed, like his clothes are singed, some of his hair is singed. He still has soot all over him. He walks down the dock towards not the closest ship, but the next one. And you see him talking to some folks. And Zardon, you hear through Alpha. You hear, all right, I need the newest crate, the one you just picked up. Yeah, we got someone inside. I need him back. I don't ask me why. I'll take the heat for it. Just point me where. All right. And Zardon, you also hear. Be ready to get out of here in a hurry. All right.
I will say to Ariel and the group nearby, I was like, he's warning them to get out of here quick. Just everything seems to be going fine though. Just keeping them appraised of what's going on.
I'm leaning over to Skamos and be like, "You want to go hop the ship?"
I mean, I'm assuming O'Hara is not the only person they've grabbed, so probably worth being closer at least.
You see a crate being moved. It's opened, and Jonathan takes a quick look inside and then kind of gives it a nod. And two dock workers push this crate in your direction. Jonathan follows about 20-25 feet back from the crate. Says, all right, that's close enough. Go ahead and stop. And the dock workers stop, and they head back to the ship. And Jonathan says, listen, I know it's not like we're going to be friendly or anything, but this doesn't have to end in bloodshed. I don't think it'd be good for either of us.
Jonathan, open the crate.
Your friend's in there. You can step forward and do it. I'm gonna stay back here. And I'll tell you this, if it helps. If it'll get you out of my business for the moment. Ellison Weathers is you're not finding him. He's dead.
How do you know?
Can I insight Cam?
Yeah,
go for it.
Same.
Yes, Skamos will also.
I literally ask him out loud, how do you know?
Oh, there you go.
Well, those who rolled insight can Crickstump, what'd you roll?
19.
Zardon?
Dirty 20.
Skamos?
Skamos only got a 10.
Okay. Crickstump and Zardon, you don't detect a lie in that.
Okay.
He says, not like I did it myself or anything, but that's the operation.
All right.
People?
No,
I'm like, I guess,
Oh.
never mind. That's kind of a meta question.
It's not like everybody, but my understanding is they take them They take him out. They put him in the ocean.
Is there? We
Why-
need concrete evidence of this at least to like take back to the guild. So like, is
Yeah, as
there?
best we can.
But why? Why do you? What do you get out of that?
We need.
Oh yeah.
I'm not that high up in the food chain. Probably selling things. I don't know.
Like a dragon turtle sinking a ship and taking all of the hoard. It tracks. It's just a shitty way of doing it.
I know that a lot of stuff moves back and forth on the docks on the boats. They move a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk forward.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast detect magic as he's walking forward, just to see if there's a trap of magical
All right.
kind on this block.
You're opening the crate.
I'm walking to it. Yeah.
Okay. You walk towards the crate. I mean, it looks like just like every other crate that's in here, but
Yeah. I'm opening it. Keeping my eyes on Jonathan the whole time.
And I mean, I don't know if her book is magical at all. Ilara's? Okay, never mind. Then I wouldn't notice it. But I'd notice any like magical traps if there are any.
you do not detect any magic
Okay, that's
in
good.
that vicinity. And Crickstump, you open the crate. It is not trapped, and Ilara, with a bag over her head, is inside.
I'm going to do my best to wrench her up, and hopefully someone is going to help me with unsealing the bag as well.
Yeah, Skamos would have walked up with.
Okay.
With,
With enough rousing and enough picking up, Ilara, you have joined tonight's session. You are awake. You are awakened, slumped over Crickstump's shoulder, and looking at Skamos right in the face as he takes the bag off your head.
Okay. What happened?
oh, just body snatching.
Do I see Jonathan?
No, you see the back of Crickstump.
Next.
Where is he?
I'm going to spin around.
There you go. Notice blast.
Crickstump, you do a 180 to point Ilara's head towards Jonathan. Now I did my part, right?
I'm going to set her down.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on Jonathan, but I'm gonna say, Skamos,
Yes.
give me one reason.
Please
Apparently he's
don't.
got a family.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Kids and stuff, whatever.
But he did know about all this going down.
Yeah,
But,
but also
Do we know where EW is now?
Doc is not really keeping low
I didn't
profile.
say anything about openly killing.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, well, I'm not thinking that.
Did
I'm
we
not
get the
talking about it
information we
right in
need or no?
Jonathan does
He
take a couple
says-
steps back.
Jonathan says this fellow says he's dead.
No, you're good, Jonathan. I was just saying that I was going to kill you, but I found out you had a family, so you.
Well, that's
Still
good to know. Listen, I know this isn't good business. I know it. If I'd known it when I started, I think I'd have made some different choices. But I'm in it now, and getting out's a lot worse than getting in.
Just following orders.
Jason hates everything that's coming out of his mouth because he can't wrap his head around it. Like, it's never too late to reform yourself, and also like you done evil, you will get the justice will find you, and like it's just all of it's making him really cranky. So I think he just kind of huffs and crosses his arm and like turns around because he can't even look at him. He just gets so disgusted, so disgusted.
Deafness on it.
He takes a couple more steps back, and he says, I hope for all our sakes that you all never have to come my way again, and if I can possibly make my way out of this whole business, I will. But
I didn't know.
How far away from us is he?
He's getting close to 30 feet.
Okay. I'd like to use the cantrip Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Good one.
So he'll make a
Wisdom
save.
He's made a lot of those recently.
Yeah, it's a 16 on the die, so he does succeed. I assume your DC is not like a 19.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Level 3.
He says, I don't know if you've ever been in bad business before, but and he looks let's see, who did he interact with that was actually part of that? He looks at Alara, and he says, I don't know if you've ever been in bad business before, but if you get into bad business in the future, don't do it with the setting sun. And he turns and runs towards the ship.
Was that why it's called SNS?
That's what we
Ariel
needed.
will crawl back and while he's running away and just say, I am so very disappointed in you.
He gave us more information than he wanted to, I think.
Very true.
Heartbroken.
Is he running back towards the ship that he was talking to?
Isn't he
Yes.
on the ship?
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he's running towards that ship.
Oh, Alpha would have crawled off of him and gone back to me by now. Just.
And the ship is like 60 feet away.
It's like 80.
Okay.
You know, guys, I don't know about this. If Alara was on that ship, there might be more people on there.
Very good point.
I'm sure there are.
I'm currently
Does
capped, so. But go ahead.
Does Scalos know the setting sun's name?
Or
He is acquainted with Eldon, who would have talked about it before. I mean, like, not directly.
I think it's fair to say that the Adventurers Guild has had run-ins with the Setting Sun, so the Setting Sun is not an unknown entity. So you all know that the Setting Sun runs, or has run, a huge amount of drugs through Takar. Apparently they're in other business as well.
Zardon, just because he loves, just random history and stuff like that, mysteries specifically, would he have done? Could I roll to see if he's done any research about them specifically on just knowing about them from the Adventurers Guild? I'm just spitballing. I don't know.
They are. There are other criminal organizations which aren't like. They don't take great pains to hide themselves. The Setting Sun is super secretive.
Okay, that's fair.
They their business does not get out in the open very often.
Right.
Haste would say to Crickstump, like, we would not be upholding our part of the bargain if we jumped on that ship and tried to rescue people, which would delay them from getting away. So not that we shouldn't try to help as many people as we can, but the whole point of getting Alara back was so that he could make a hasty retreat. So I'm just saying, probably wouldn't go over very well.
And it's not very long before you can see that they are
out of there.
They are getting ready to get out.
Can Skamos at least take mental note of the name of the ship?
Yes. You go ahead and make a perception check.
Mudpack is also keeping an eye on the ship.
Sure, you can also make a perception check.
It's a 7.
That is a 17.
Okay. As the ship leaves the dock and its sails raise, Mudpack, you do catch sight of the name on the side of the ship, which is the Sea Glass.
The sea glass.
Yes. Do you send it to the group as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just say sea glass. That's the ship. That's that ship anyway. Don't know.
You got a good eye. Good eye. Thank you. And I'll take note of it as well. Perfect.
By this point, the sellswords are making their way back to their post.
I run away. I do not want to be killed. I leave. I book it so fast. I
Yeah, we
dash
should
my
all
60
get outta
feet,
here.
and I'm gone. I am gone.
Shall we?
Yes, please.
Shall we fight him? Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Shall we move away from the dock?
Get out of here. I don't want to waste 15 gold.
So all of you regroup a little further away as the two guards kind of look back towards the ship leaving and then stand at their post. So you have
I give him the
Alara
bird.
back. Oh, perfect. You've gotten Alara back. You have the information that was given that you were set out to find.
I figured.
Back to the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Report back.
Okay.
Or do we want to
I
go
mean, that's
to the?
what I would.
Or no, yeah, they tell the son. Never mind. So yeah, let's just go back to them.
Is there any
Really?
last bits of business anyone wants to do before you head back to the guild?
Mudpack will walk with Skamos and kind of keep his voice low. Say, now I know going back to the Iron Pig and asking about the setting sun is a bad idea. I know that. Don't want to do it. I just would like some more confirmation than someone who was under much duress. We came all this way.
Are you saying that only to Skamos or so everyone else can hear?
Mostly just to Skamos, but that last sentence, that last phrase is heard.
Wait, aren't we in the city we started in?
Yeah, we're still in Takar. It's a big city.
Well, just like came all this way today. So much has happened.
Oh.
Do I know if there's any connections between the underground and the setting sun?
You don't, and you get the feeling that the setting sun doesn't do a whole lot of interacting outside of their own. They run their own operations. They don't let in outside help much.
Yeah. I don't think the underground's involved with this one. More of a collaborative group of, crime. Setting Sun kind of does their own thing, from what I've understood of them. So, I don't think going back to the Iron Pig is going to help us particularly well. But, knowing the name of the ship and that it's the Setting Sun again is certainly enough information to bring back to the Adventurers Guild. I don't know how much else we can do. From what I heard, the Setting Sun are pretty darn hard to get a hold of.
Right.
Any other last bits of business?
Would Zardon know if there would be like a dock manifest of all the ships coming in and out? Like that would have like names of them?
I mean, possibly. The chances of you getting your hands on that would be quite a feat.
Yeah. Well then, yeah. Zardon would ask what happened with the other three that were gone, just while we're walking back to the Adventurers Guild, just to get an update on what happened to the pig. Like,
Do you share your adventures in Dustev's office?
Yeah.
Please do. I thought you guys were dead. I was gonna come.
So
get
did we.
He had a gun?
Yeah, he had a big old gun.
Never seen one in person. That sounds incredible. You didn't...
They're terrifying. They are terrifying.
I can imagine.
He used full effect without using it very much at all.
I've been on the business end of those before. They are not fun. So
have you? Oh, I've got even more questions to ask later.
Oh yeah, there's also a ship infested by acid. It was not fun.
So you all make your way back to the guild.
Oh yeah, one last thing. Sorry, one last thing Mudpack wanted to do. Is anyone in our party, did they have any singed clothing that were in the fire room?
There's a couple bits of singed clothing that could probably use a mend here and there.
Alright, I'm gonna spread some little mending cantrips around and fix everyone's clothes.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Problem.
Everyone caught a little bit of singe here and there, and it doesn't take much to fix it all up.
Oh, perfect. I wasn't able to get that stain out. Thank you so much.
That's funny.
The old one.
I do.
Actually,
I'll
Just you.
prestidigitate. Yeah, just me. Fuck. How will I do it?
You make your way back to the guilds, and though this may not be an entirely satisfying conclusion to the mission, you feel, at the very least, that you might have disrupted, for a moment, something terrible going on in the city, and gotten a little more information to those who might be able to do more to stop it. You've also saved a good friend, and reported back to a family and a business that they need to move on without Elliston Weathers.
Probably for the better.
Perhaps.
He sounded like a dick. Sucks though.
Though you have not stopped the setting sun, you have completed this mission. You give your reports at the guild. You each get your 30 gold, as promised. You also all pick up 900 XP for being on the mission. And another mission of the Adventurers Guild comes to a close. So congratulations, players. You all made it to the end. Ilera, you were not taken on a boat to your sure death.
Very happy about that.
And I want to thank everyone at home for watching us. This is our first live mission for the Adventurers Guild, done and in the books. We thank you so much for watching. It is always a pleasure to be able to share our stories with you. Thank you so much, players.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
As always.
Thanks, guys.
Now, I will leave the players and just talk to you directly at home. Let me pull this up here. So, that concludes our first live adventure, but come back to us next week, because next week we will have a brand new adventure, a new location, maybe new characters, who knows? You will if you tune in next week to the Adventurers Guild.